And we are back at the farm. Once again on a gloomy Wednesday. This weather can't figure itself out. Hotel work is pretty much almost done. They've got all the stonework done on the fireplace out there. The south lot is all paved and painted, ready to be open for summertime, and it's only a matter of time before we get Soak City back. But for now, we got some boysenberry stuff to check out. So it's about 3 minutes to 10 on a regular old weekday here in the middle of the month, but it is still considered spring break. So we're gonna time how long it takes for us to get through the oven at the front here at the front gates. See how quick it is just on a normal day. All right, so we just had a pause for the national anthem, and now we're back. Oh, the front gates aren't even that bad. This shouldn't take very long at all. What? You. There isn't a whole lot going on today, so it only took me about 5 minutes to get through. I don't know, there's a couple things with that whole like getting in process. A lot of times, a lot of the lines are held up by these large groups of like the schools and stuff that come through on the weekdays, and a lot of times it's a lot of tickets at once that these that the workers have to try to scan in at the front gates. I think I said this last year, that they need to have separate gates over to the side to deal with all of the field trips in schools. I'm not sure if they do or not, but a lot of times I end up getting stuck behind them, which it's my own fault for seeing a big group of people doing that. But that, I mean, that's for the most part. Anyway, let's go into Camp Snoopy and see what's happened this week, because a lot's happened this week. So the Camp Snoopy store just opened, and we don't have a clock on the front, but they do have all the stuff in here that they had from before, including more stuff. Big notable difference is another exit on the side here that exits into Camp Snoopy right on in front of the CO Sidewinder. There's like a brand new store in here. For the most part, all the regular Camp Snoopy stuff. But it's nice to have this open again. So over where they're going to be putting the airmail, Woodstock's airmail, they moved that tree over to the spot where I thought they were going to have the control panel. I don't know. I mean, if you look, they have like the irrigation, like the pipes and stuff from where the tree was before. And it looks like they dug and piped over to that side, so the tree will be able to be watered on that side now. I don't know where the actual ride is going to be. I would assume maybe against this corner over here somewhere. And then you have the line, kind of the queue up here or something. But that's what that looks like now.
But you gotta spend money to make money, champ. Moving on.
And for the theater, they have 100 billion guys working there. It looks like, I'm not sure what those are. Are those just, are those bars for something? Are they gonna start laying rebar for the concrete, for the seating? And it looks like they're actually digging down into the stage so that they can have the raked benches. But it's gonna pretty much be in the same spot that it was when it was the stage before. Sort of, kind of still facing the midway at a bit of an angle, but that's what's going on there. And they took a lot of backstage from the chilling chambers area too, so they're gonna have to put that whole wall back up when they get that all open. And even though Grizzly Creek is now open, they did say that they're gonna be doing more touch-ups and stuff inside here. I can definitely see that happening. I'm sure they just wanted this open for the Boysenberry Festival, just so that they have more places to serve food. But that's new. They've got the grab-and-go checkout station there, and then regular food to the left. And as far as Tenderpaw, they're still doing what they have been doing. If you look, you can see they've got all of the, most of the grounders kind of put in the ground now.
Nice.
So they're gonna start bringing the pillars up probably pretty soon. They already have some of the pieces back there, but this still stands as probably the most concentrated attraction in the land so far. Mainly because they haven't even started this yet. That's the only reason I say that. They haven't even started the meet and greet area, but they don't have any of this meet and greet area blocked off or walled up yet for anything. So this might not be open for summer. However, the rides probably will be. Tenderpaw, I'm assuming, and the Happy Swing, and probably airmail will be back up. Everything else, I don't know. The Huff and Puff stuff, I'm not sure yet.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
Now that being said, they are working on Huff and Puff. They do have bobcats back there. It looks like they're emptying out the landscape. There's actually workers back there now as we speak, getting stuff ready. So they have started really working on that spot too. But I don't know what their plan is as far as the new track and stuff. That's a really tight squeeze, unless they plan on losing that barn, which would be my guess is what they would do, is end up losing that barn. Because I don't think they need that, right? I think that's a control room or something that they had for Hufflepuff. Not the one on the left, that little tiny one straight ahead there next to the tractor. But they started doing that too. I don't know if that's going to be done by Memorial Day weekend. That's really ambitious. But I mean, crazier things have happened in this park. They could be not open until Spooky Farm season, or they could be open 2 weeks early. Who knows? There's a lot of variables in that equation. Weather, manpower, things that have happened, such as what happened with Montezuma.
And that's all I have to say about that.
We don't know, but I'm at least expecting Tenderpaw to be ready, the Happy Swing to be ready, and Airmail to be ready, and possibly the theater as well. Looks like they're probably going to start bringing the Happy Swing over here too pretty soon. They're talking, you can see them talking over there next to the thing, and that door has been swung open. There's a bunch of tape and stuff back there, so that's probably another project that they're going to be doing here soon as well, is bringing the Happy Swing over across the street from the La Palma lot where it's currently sitting. And then also the Grand Sierra Railroad that's due to become, I believe, the Beagle Express or something. The whole track's been taken up with the exception of the track that's on this bridge here. So I don't know if they're going to take this whole bridge off altogether and do this all as one thing, or if they're going to reroute the track. Because if you look, you can see they've got certain just little pathways and stuff kind of in the middle of this little area that they could use. But this whole thing seems like it's going to come off all together as one piece. I'm not sure if this will be also done by Memorial Day, because it seems like it's a pretty big undertaking and they still have a long way to go. But either way, again, they're working on it, and they're doing something to it. What that is yet, I don't know, but it's something big. In other Camp Snoopy related news that has to do with Snoopy, they are bringing in the Snoopy in his Easter Bunny outfit. They said the last weekend of March, so the 29th, 30th, and 31st, they are going to have the Easter Bunny Snoopy here the last weekend of March. And the deconstruction of Montezuma continues. More track has been pulled off, it looks like, and it looks like they are starting to remove the pillars that hold the spikes as well. But they're going to start probably taking that one down too pretty soon, as well as removing most of the rest of the railing, I'm assuming, and then taking that in to get fixed. But this will probably be, I mean, it's been a much faster process than I really would have thought it would have been, but I'm assuming it's going to have to slow down at some point before it starts speeding up again, just because you don't want too much riffraff going on back here. But it's just nice that we're going to be having it back. I look forward to seeing like the new paint job on this building and stuff. It's going to be not the sad yellow and orange that we've come to incorporate with Montezuma's Revenge, because it's been sitting in such a sad, disheveled state for so long that's kind of what I incorporate these colors with now. It's just orange is sad to me. I'm going to tell you something that really gets my cerebellum going, is walking into Fiesta Village in the morning and smelling the carne asada and stuff that they're cooking. Excuse me, Jaguar, I'm doing something. I don't know why Jaguar always feels the need to interrupt me, but as I was saying, the smell of the carne asada and the food that's coming out of fake Chipotle will forever be one of my favorite things. Still running the old Walter K 41 engine. Still with, looks like 3 cars. The bandits are always back to their old dirty tricks, making it seem like they're super friendly till the train leaves the station and they pop on and try to rob you. Don't let these waves fool you here. These are not friendly waves. These are deceiving waves. Those waves are deceiving too. They're in on it. I can tell. See, look at that sneaky crook. Oh, and his buddy. They're running in teams now. I know every week I keep saying the same thing about this. It looks like they're actually taking up more of that drop, so they may be replacing possibly that whole thing, because it looks like not the railing, obviously. It looks like they just want to replace the elbow at the bottom, but they might be replacing the just the sides and the bottom of the drop, because they're taking off more pieces since last week. I would assume that's a fairly simple thing, right? I don't know much about, obviously, ride architecture and engineering or anything, but I would assume that that's kind of an easy kind of pop off and pop back on when they get the new stuff. And then it looks like that's what they're waiting for now. It looks like, I think they put the doors back on the other side, and the loading bay is all just kind of sitting there waiting. So I think this might be the last part before they can fill this back up and get this thing open again. Also, it should be worth noted that they did get these little fast pass scanners here uncovered. They're all set. You've seen this on other people's channels, I'm sure, but just covering this for the sake of covering it, because I can, and I did.
Big whoop, want to fight about it?
So, get your one-time fast pass for the log ride for $7 or whatever it is for the summer. And guess what? Finally couldn't take it anymore. Accelerator's down today. Probably just for a temporary amount of time, but nonetheless, it couldn't take it anymore. Oh, but you love to see it. The bear is back. Come get your picture with Boysen. He's here and he's ready for some hugs. Well, we'll make our way back through time, through the Roaring 20s, where not many people are, usually. But some of the best foods in the whole park at the prop shop here. Cordy's Corner. Some of the best drinks in town, too. It's quite the difference from last week when it was all the way out here into the makeshift switchbacks along the back. Now it's about a 10-minute wait or so. It's not too bad. Might be worth it. The ride's fun. It's short, but it's fun. Speaking of things that are going to be open today, the broiler's here, baby. Oh, it's time for a boysenberry kraut dog. The Mystery Lodge store is closed, though. Muy interesante. I mean, so there's a lot of times where that gets closed just randomly, but I'd like to see it closed for a purpose this time. So last year we saw, it was last year we saw this dude doing Godzilla. This year he did Davy Jones sitting on a bench, and he painted it. So, and it's basically the same price as that Godzilla was, or that the Sasquatch on the bench over there. It's got a little cup holder or ashtray, whichever you prefer.
Precocious little scamp, ain't I?
A whole bench. That's how crazy this dude's getting now. Talk about your all-time woodworking talents. Anybody got $4,500 I can borrow, just real quick? And even though they're usually dark on Tuesdays, Riverboat Revenge is going to be running today, it looks like. They got the switchbacks out. First show starts at 2, and 3:45, 5:45, 7:15. So 4 shows on a Tuesday. Come get your laugh on in the Birdcage Theater. It's a fun show. And just for posterity, the current state of the Boysenberry Lane back area. Ghost Rider in the background. This is what it looks like now. Everything looks like it opened up at 11 back here as far as the food booths and stuff. But this is what it looks like now. And it seems like KNOTT is treating every day like a weekend day for the next month or so, too. Like, everything's going to be open. Miners is going to be open. The Wilderness Broiler is going to be open. And Ghost Rider is going to be super packed from park open to park closed. So if this is the ride that you wanted to come ride, maybe get a fast pass. Might be the only way that you can avoid standing in this kind of a line. I think I'm going to miss the Boysenberry Festival when it's gone. Those smells that kind of fill up the park while it's going on kind of bring out the inner chunk monster in me. This weather needs to figure itself out, because wearing a hoodie because it's cold when I get to the park and then sweating bullets by the time I leave, that's not working for me too well. KNOTT is doing its thing, and now I get to do my thing by going to work. Yippity, skippity, dippity, whippity, catch you on the flippity flop.